Good morning there. Okay, Abdallah, I wanted to just send this message out to you when it comes to high school. Number one, first thing to recognize is it that you don't like listening to others? That's why you don't like high school. Because if that's the case, then you might recognize that yes, you're more entrepreneur minded. At the same time, you need to be respectful of parents and teachers and their opinions. At the same time, know yourself, know what you want to be doing with your life. And so what I find for a lot of people when it comes to high school is they need to first recognize is, am I more apt to be like a little rebellious? And there's nothing wrong with being, with recognizing that about yourself, but then noting, then what does that mean for me? How's that going to affect my life if I'm a little bit more rebellious than normal? And what does that mean then from the working perspective? So if you're saying, hey, my family and teachers are all saying I need to go to college and I don't want to, that's a different conversation. If you're being disrespectful and not listening to people in school, and you got to know yourself, because I think the knee-jerk reaction is to say, well, then just blow off, just drop out of high school. I don't see a lot of value in that from a standpoint of there's a lot of life lessons that you need to learn when it comes to the struggle of recognizing that you're beyond high school. I say there's a little bit of this is you need to kind of suck it up, and if you can go get a job, I would go do that, so that way you can start experiencing the real world. And most importantly is build out your network. If you're 17 years old in the United States, there's really good odds that you probably don't have a network of professionals, people that you can rely on, maybe mentors, people that can give you advice. And so if you're entrepreneurial minded, you want to be able to find out, okay, what industry do I want to be in, and start building that network. You got to start now, especially if you're going to say, I'm going to punt college and I'm going to focus purely on my abilities to be able to hustle and run and build something from scratch. You need to know a ton of people, right? So if let's say I really like construction, or I really like real estate, then I better know a ton of mortgagers. I better know a lot of bankers. I better know a lot of general contractors. I want to know people that appraise businesses. I want to know electricians, people that are also do maybe plumbing, if I'm going to flip houses, right? So you want to be able to start building out your network, so that way you know the right people. There's a very common phrase, it's not what you know, it's who you know. At the same time, you don't know what you don't know. So oftentimes at your stage of life, you want to be able to start building out that network, recognizing that there are people that know exactly what you need to know and find out. And so you basically turn school on its head, and you say, okay, I'm going to go there, but ultimately I'm going to be reading all about, or going to be researching all about what I need to know in order to be successful. Because we all start somewhere, and the ground floor, there's a lot to learn. Let me know if this is beneficial.